What's up, Wise Flyers? David here. Today we're going to talk about what to do when you first receive the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So I'm going to give you a checklist of exactly what to do when you first get it so that you can maximize all the benefits that the Chase Sapphire Reserve has to offer. So it's a crisp morning here in South Carolina. All right, let's get started. First, let's talk about the benefits of the Chase Sapphire Reserve if you're not familiar. So you get a $50,000 sign-up offer after spending $4,000 in 3 months, annual fee of $450, but you do get a $300 travel credit, and that travel credit could be used for a lot of different travel categories. It could be cruises, flights, planes, trains. There are, the categories are very broad, even parking, so it's a very broad category for travel. You get a credit for TSA PreCheck or a global entry, priority pass membership, which gives you access to lounges all over the world, primary rental car insurance. Also, you get 30% off silver car rentals of 2 days or more. And it offers some of the best travel benefits like trip cancellation, interruption, and trip delay insurance. So if your flight is delayed 6 or more hours, you book it with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you get reimbursed for any expenses that happen with your trip being canceled or delayed. And for everyday spending, you're going to get 3 points per dollar for travel, and it's very broad category for travel, 3 points per dollar dining, and 1 point per dollar everywhere else, no foreign transaction fees. So that's just the Chase Sapphire Reserve in a nutshell, really brief. So you just received the Chase Sapphire Reserve in hand, you're excited. What do you do first? First thing you're gonna do is request your Priority Pass membership. So if you're not familiar, Priority Pass offers airport lounges all over the world. There's over 1,200 lounges at the moment. And if there isn't a lounge in the US, sometimes they'll offer a restaurant where you could get $27 at the restaurant, and you could do this with a guest too. So that's $54 at an airport restaurant if there is no lounge. And this is actually one of my favorite features of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. When it first came out, when I got it back in 2016, Priority Pass wasn't too popular, so the lounges were awesome. Now a lot of different cards offer Priority Pass, so the lounges are getting a little more crowded, but I still think it is an amazing benefit and will definitely transform your airport experience. So the way to request your Priority Pass membership is you go to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, through chase.com, then you go to the Chase Ultimate Rewards website, click See More, then you click on Card Benefits section, and that's where you'll see the option to activate your Priority Pass. If you don't want to do it online, you could also just call the number on the back and the representative will help you as well. Once you request membership for Priority Pass, you'll get the Priority Pass card in the mail about 1 to 2 weeks later. And just to be clear, you can't take your Chase Sapphire Reserve to any of the Priority Pass lounges or any lounge in general and say, hey, I want to access the lounge. It's actually a specific card, Priority Pass card, that'll get you into the lounges. And when you do get your Priority Pass card, take a screenshot or take a little picture of the number and make sure you have your number with you. This way, if you ever do go to an airport and you forget your Priority Pass, you could actually use your number to access the lounge. And when you do go to lounges, you're allowed to bring in 2 guests. Next on the list is to use your global entry or TSA PreCheck credit. So if you're deciding whether or not to get TSA PreCheck or global entry, I think it's better to go for a global entry. The reason why is because TSA PreCheck is included. Global entry, as stated in the name, is more international benefits when it comes to security. So if you're entering the US, you get to cut the border and immigration line, or not the border line, but the immigration line to get back into the US. And if you've ever traveled back into the US, those lines could be huge. That's actually probably the longest part of getting back into the US. And if you are just traveling domestically, you don't really have too many plans to go internationally, you could still get global entry and still take advantage of all the TSA PreCheck options and benefits. But if you don't want to do global entry, TSA PreCheck is good. So global entry costs $100, TSA PreCheck costs $85. All you do is you purchase that benefit, whether TSA PreCheck or global entry, and then the Chase Sapphire Reserve card will then reimburse you. There's no registering, nothing like that. You just need to use your Chase Sapphire Reserve for the credit or to make the purchase, and then you get credited. And to be clear, Global Entry, TSA PreCheck, is 4 years that it lasts for. And if you already have Global Entry or TSA PreCheck from another card, you could actually use this benefit for someone else, like let's say a travel partner, a family member, whoever. So it's still a good benefit, especially if you're traveling with a group. Next is to use your $300 travel statement credit. So the travel statement credit that you get is a $300 purchase or purchases. It doesn't have to be used one time. There's no minimum to redeem it. There's no registering, anything like that. As long as you use your Chase Sapphire Reserve for a travel purchase, then Chase Sapphire Reserve will give you a credit for it. Now, this doesn't have to be done right away, but you do want to keep it in your mind that you get this for the card member year. So let's say you sign up for the Chase Sapphire Reserve on December 1st of 2019. You have until December 1st of 2020. So it's not the calendar year, but the card member year. So one of the things you're going to want to do first is any automated travel purchases that have a card connected to it, I would recommend using your Chase Sapphire Reserve, because not only are you going to use the travel credit, but you'll get 3 points per dollar. So for example, Uber, I have my Chase Sapphire Reserve connected to my Uber account. Also Park Mobile, so if you do any parking around cities or wherever and you use a mobile app like Park Mobile, you could use the Chase Sapphire Reserve card there. So that's also included in the travel credit. And the great thing about this travel credit is that with the $300, it pretty much knocks down the annual fee down to $150, which makes $450 a little more manageable and not as intimidating. The next thing you're going to want to do is transfer any other Chase Ultimate Rewards from any other Chase credit cards that you may have over to the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Reason why is because if you decide to use the Chase Sapphire Reserve card or the Chase Ultimate Reward points with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card through the Chase Travel Portal, you're going to get 1.5 cents per point. For example, if you just have the Chase Freedom card and you use that through the portal, your points are going to be worth 1 cent per point. So 50,000 points with the Chase Freedom through the portal is only going to be worth $500. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, if you decide to use your point through the portal, then your 50,000 points are going to be worth $750 towards travel purchase. Also, if you don't have any other annual fee Chase Ultimate Reward point earning cards, such as the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Ink Preferred, then you're going to also really want to transfer your points over to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, because then it'll give you the option to use transfer partners, and transfer partners are where you're going to get a ton of value when using your points. For example, Hyatt gives you the best value when using transfer partners for hotels, and also there's a bunch of other airlines you could use as well. Next thing you're going to want to do is if you have any trips coming up with rental cars, you're going to want to take advantage of the rental car status that you get with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So you're going to get discounts or status with 3 different rental car companies. So National, Avis, and Silvercar. With National, you get complimentary Emerald Club executive status, and with Avis, you're going to get preferred membership. And then with Silvercar, you're going to get 20% on the cost of Silvercar, 20% off on Silvercar rentals. Next, you're going to want to figure out what cards you want to complement the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So if the Chase Sapphire Reserve card is one of your first Chase credit cards, you're going to want to see which Chase points you could get with an in-between card. For example, the Chase Freedom Unlimited card offers 1.5 points per dollar on every single purchase, no bonus categories, no cap. So Chase Sapphire Reserve card is great for travel and dining, but what if you're going to the grocery store and you still want to earn Chase Ultimate Reward points? If you want to earn points in general, then there could be better cards, but if you want to stay within the Chase ecosystem, you want to figure out which other Chase point earning cards will match your daily spending. For example, Chase Freedom card is going to offer 5 points per dollar at rotating bonus categories every 3 months, so that could be an option to pad your Chase Ultimate Reward point earning count. And if you can get business credit cards, I highly recommend getting the Chase Ink Unlimited and the Chase Ink Cash, both no annual fee cards. With the Chase Ink Cash, 5% in certain categories. Chase Ink Unlimited, kind of like the Chase Freedom Unlimited, you're going to get 1.5 points per dollar on every single purchase. So if you're thinking about getting the Chase Sapphire Reserve or already have it, let me know what your thoughts are on these first things to do. And if you have any other things to add to the list, put it down in the comments below. And the last card in my wallet is the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. I don't really plan on using this card too much. It's more of a backup since I'm traveling, just in case anything happened. And if you want to learn more about the Chase Sapphire Reserve card and more of the benefits, I do a deeper dive with a review of the Chase Sapphire Reserve card video right here. You could click that now, or click this link for a playlist of how to use Chase Ultimate Reward points, and I'll see you in the next video.